Why does the circuit board need to be powered off when measuring resistance with a multimeter? When measuring the resistance value on a PCB board, we usually turn off the power to the board and then use a multimeter to measure the resistance value of the corresponding resistor. Why does the multimeter need to be powered off when measuring the resistance value on a PCB board? To understand this issue, we can look at an equivalent circuit when a multimeter measures resistance. Different multimeters may have different measurement principles. The red and black probes are generally connected to the input of the internal AD chip of the multimeter. R0 is the internal reference resistor of the multimeter. The voltage on R0 is generally used as the reference voltage ref of AD. Rx is the resistor to be measured, which is an external resistor connected through the red and black probes of the multimeter. The voltage at both ends is Vx. R0 and Rx are connected in series between V positive and In negative. Through resistor voltage division, we can get these two relationships. To measure resistor Rx, we only need to know the voltage Vx generated by dividing voltage between Rx and R0 in series, and Vx is measured by the internal AD of the multimeter. Looking back at the previous question, if we measure the resistance value on a PCB board with power on, there may be voltage on the resistor to be measured. At this time, Vx is equal to the voltage V on this resistor instead of being generated by dividing voltage between resistor R0 and external resistor Rx. Therefore, at this time, the resistance value read from an external meter is inaccurate, and if the voltage on Rx is too high, it may damage the multimeter. Then through experiments with Fluke 15B multimeter, it was found that if measuring resistance value on a PCB board with power on, when red probe touches positive pole of resistor voltage and black probe touches negative pole of voltage, multimeter generally shows resistance value as infinity. This is because when voltage Vx on resistor Rx is greater than V positive minus Vx, internal AD will consider that measured resistor exceeds range and display resistance value as infinity. When red probe touches negative pole of resistor voltage and black probe touches positive pole, external meter generally shows resistance value as 0. This is because internal AD of multimeter cannot sample negative values and will treat them as 0s, thus displaying resistance value as 0. This is our understanding of why a multimeter needs to be powered off when measuring resistance values. If you have any different understandings, please feel free to discuss in comments.